Me, General Lafayette, what battle has been the most exhilarating for me? I would say every battle is quite exhilarating. But, madame, if you press me, I would say that it was my first engagement. Because even though I attended the Academy at Versailles in France before I came to America, where I became a sous-lieutenant, second lieutenant in the French army, and then newly promoted captain shortly thereafter as a wedding gift from my father-in-law. Well, I had not fought in a pitched battle. My first engagement would be on September the 11th, 1777, at a battle known as Brandywine. And though I was a Major General, because I had brought with me a promissory note signed by your American agent, Silas Deane, in which he promised me if I came to America, I would be granted the rank of Major General. Well, of course, General Washington did not have much use for me. And I was nothing more than a glorified aide-de-camp in the service of General Washington. But it was on that field in which, at the moment where General Conway's brigade began to break and fall back and retreat, he turned to me and said, General Lafayette, stop those men from retreating, reform them, and bring them back online. Well, I did immediately what he requested of me. I went to a place upon the line in which there was a small bridgehead, in which many of these soldiers were going to try and escape across the small creek there, and there I placed myself. But it was at that moment that a musket ball would find my leg. The musket ball had passed through my boot, through my calf, and out the other side. In a few minutes' time, my boot began to fill with blood, overflow with blood. I apologize, lady, for being so graphic. But as a result of that, I kept my courage. I kept my strength long enough to rally these men of General Conway's brigade. And though we would lose the battle that day, General Washington would save the army to fight another day. And by preserving the army, he preserved the cause to continue to fight on. So, madame, I was nearly killed in my first engagement, so I said that would qualify for being the most exhilarating moment in battle.
I feel I should mention not only that I do not feel I deserve the credit for having caused this army's success. What successes we've had, what glories we may have received have never been because of my own doing, but rather because of the generous interposition of an overruling providence. But I should also mention that while I may not have had much use for the Marquis